Good morning, everyone. I'm glad you guys are making it to the meeting promptly and safely. Today, I'm presenting a new project for you guys that'll be quite challenging but also fun. We are selling our latest smart widget smartphone, and I need you three to present it and sell it to the different generations. You guys will be assigned a specific generation to sell it to and explain the tools it has based on the generation's characteristics. But before we get into it, let's begin by going over each of the 5 generations so we can have a better grasp on their qualities and what they would look for in a phone. Traditionalists were born between the years of 1925 and 1945. The traditionalists were people who grew up during the Great Depression and World War II. They are labeled as hardworking, loyal, and dedicated individuals that hold a lot of respect for people in higher positions. They tend to be financially conservative, disciplined, and patient. They also believe in logic and hold a sense of right and wrong. Baby boomers were born between the years of 1946 and 1964. Baby boomers were a generation that endured a lot of adversity regarding political and social changes. But despite all the negative attributes that occurred during their time, they are still considered optimistic, free-spirited, and experimental. One of the biggest takeaways when discussing baby boomers is they are labeled as workaholics and take great pride in being hardworking individuals in the workforce. Next up, we got the Gen Xers. They are born between the years of 1965 and 1981. Gen Xers grew up during a huge increase in global population and an increase in women workers. They are known as independent, confident, responsibility-driven, results-focused, and a little less formal. When involved in the workplace, they are more worried about maintaining a structural personal life rather than the actual work. They are less inclined to put in the extra time and are not impressed by higher titles. Gen Years were born between the years of 1982 and 1999. They lived through the Great Recession and more likely saw their parents struggle financially. They are the generation that revolved around technology at an early age and had a more family-oriented environment. They are viewed as optimistic, inclusive, adaptable, social, friendly, loyal, confident, impatient, and entitled. In the workplace, Gen professionals seek to strike more of a balance between work and lifestyle. They want more flexibility in their work hours and enjoy working in teams. They also want to make an impact and seek continuous feedback and instant results. That is also one of the important key concepts that we need to look for when presenting our product to the Gen Years. The Gen Zers are people that are born in 2000 and after. They share some resemblance with Gen Years when associated with technologies, but even more amplified because they're presented to at an even younger age and had more latest technology at younger ages. Although not a lot of Gen Zers are entering the workforce yet, they have started to hear a lot of stereotypes regarding their personality when going in the workforce. Positively, they are open-minded and creative, but on the negative side, many Gen Y professionals consider Gen Z or Gen Zers employees lazy and self-centered, and also easily distracted. Here are the assigned people or generations you guys will be assigned to. For Marcus, you'll present our phone to the traditionalist. You have more of a background knowledge on technology when you're growing up and will be able to pick out the specifics and will strongly suit the needs of the traditionalist. Here are a few listed. We have people, we want to tell the traditionalists that this phone presents a long-lasting battery. It is affordable. It is able to present magnification so they're able to see the screen better. They have easy access to call loved ones when in an emergency, and also easy access to photos so they can get pictures of the grandkids. The Super Widget smartphone meets the demands of the traditionalists by targeting our really simplistic system. With their logical nature, they'll want everything to be reasonable and easily manageable. Also, take the time to really explain our affordable price. They are very conservative with their money, so being able to label all the good that comes out of our Super Widget smartphone, but then add on that we have a really affordable price when it comes to this phone, they'll really get sold on this. Mike, you were presented to the baby boomers. I assign you to your own generation based on the fact that you know what they would want from this phone because of the similar experiences and traits you guys have. Some of the stuff we want to present to the baby boomers is an easy calendar, easy to use calendar or planner, long-lasting battery life, easy access to personal contacts and internet, and to increase the size of your phone, text, and messages and or apps, also known as magnification, so it'll be easier to see. The reason why the Super Widget smartphone meets the demand of the baby boomers because with them being known as workaholics, we're able to express all the tools that are able to assist them with all the work they want to get done. It also ties in some of the personal stuff they can have with their family as well. Keith, you presented to the Gen Xers. Similar to Mike, you have some of the same experience and personality traits because you lived in their time. It'll be easier to express the attributes of this phone that can really sell them. Here are a few listed below that we can tell them and we really want to focus on with the Gen Xers. It has a large 5G network, so they're able to contact family. They're easy to text message and email. Social media platforms, believe it or not, Gen Xers are starting to become really familiar with Facebook, Instagram. So we want to make sure that we let them know that social platforms are everywhere within our applications, has a large battery life, and good camera quality. The Super Widget smartphone meets the demands of the Gen Xers because it revolves around making sure that they have easy access to not only work, but family as well. This is a generation that is more involved with family, so making sure that they have different resources that allow them to easily stay in contact and maintain efficient interactions will really sell this generation. Mike, you present the product to the Gen Years. Gen Years have really grown up on technology, so they're really familiar with what it can do. But instead of solely relying on their basic knowledge, they want everything to be done faster. So the things we really want to discuss when we explain to the Gen Years about our phone, we want to let them know that it is really fast with the 5G network. Has access to all social media platforms, a lot of storage, and great camera quality. The Super Widget smartphone meets the demand of the Gen Years because it has a really fast network that will be able to accommodate for the impatient quality that this generation has. That 5G feature will allow them to get results really quickly. A good camera is also needed to be mentioned because they are a really sociable generation that loves to do activities with friends and family. Giving them a tool that allows them to capture those moments will really drive the customer. And for Marcus, you will present our product to the Gen Zers. Similar to the Gen Years, this generation was surrounded by new technology. So they are really aware of how it works and what it does, but just like the Gen Years, it comes down to the speed. The Super Widget smartphone meets the demand of these Gen Zers because it has a fast 5G network that allows them to get everything fast and easily. So if you guys will be able to come up and gather these phones to kind of get more familiar of what it has, you can always just ask me questions about the phone. If you have any more questions about the generations, please feel free to come up to me so we can go through even more ways we can accommodate for these generations. I appreciate your time, and please, like I mentioned before, if you have any other questions, feel free to contact me and I'll be glad to help. Thank you.